Do you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, SarahSpiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch SarahSpiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Love may hold the answer we are looking for. Love may open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Open up in everyone. Can you feel it? There's a light to change the world. Won't you be a part of the light? Oh, love, it is the answer now, and we can see love. There's a light, there's a light that shines inside of me. Oh, there's a light, oh, there's a light that shines inside of you. There's yes, indeed, there is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 96.9, and 1470. We are rearranging things right here before we speak, and let me tell you, there's some really great things that are going on. First of all, we need a little Christmas, we need a little Hanukkah. Lord, we need a little something in the eggnog, because we are counting down. Oh, take a deep breath. We've got 15 more days till January 1st. Are you ready? Are you totally ready? It is the time. It is the time for you to start to set your intentions and get yourself on track. What is your divine plan? Life. It's this tapestry of energy that is woven in and out. Think of all the people that you have come in contact with through the travels of your life. Your coworkers, your friends, your schoolmates, your high school pals, your college professor. Who have we met on the journey of life, and what is their meaning in the path? And how did those experiences and those people shape you? You see, everything is happening for a reason. I know there's some questions we might have as to why what's happening now is happening, but there is a divine plan that is working beneath the surface or above the surface and all around us. I want you to think that you are walking around making your choices. I want to be this when I grow up. I want to meet this person and do this. I want to get married. I want to have children. I want to travel. What are your plans? We're all really good at making plans, particularly at the end of the year. We usually talk about that New Year's resolution, that shift that we want to make from one year to the next. Well, did you start your list for 2020 into 2021? I know some of us may have, my first goal is to not have to wear a mask anymore, right? But there's so much more that we want to create in our lives. There are things that we think we want to do. But have you ever put your foot upon a path, and even though it's what you want to do, you found yourself pushing to make it happen? Things didn't automatically fall in place. Seemed like it was an uphill climb. Did you ever stop to think that perhaps the plan that you made, that seemed logical, seemed like what you wanted to do, seemed like, the right thing at the right time, turned out not to be the right thing at the right time? Can you imagine? Can you imagine how you can move yourself forward in the direction of your goals, but still be in alignment with the divine plan? Rather than just making up your mind, this is what I'm going to do. Life is a series of timing, an orchestra of energy that is moving at all times and always in harmony. So when you find yourself in an inharmonious moment, you need to ask yourself, did I push? Did I force? Am I in the space of creating from my personality, my ego? Or am I listening to my heart, my soul, the essence of me, my soul that speaks and whispers, but it is I who is too stubborn to listen? You see, there's always a message. There's always a clue in the divine tapestry of life, the divine plan. But do you really know what your divine plan is? Do you know what fuels your soul? Have you given that any thought and consideration as you close out one year and leap to the next? And if we ever needed to take a big leap, and a leap of faith, I would say it would be this year into next year. Because Lord knows we didn't know much about what was coming this year. And yet, we made it. But we're a little worse for the wear, a little stressed. We've navigated things we never thought we would. The last pandemic was 100 years ago. So how could we have known? But we made our plans, didn't we? But perhaps this shift in the world, this uncomfortable moment, this impending doom and disaster that has been looming over us for most of 2020. What if that's higher meaning, the higher aspects of it, is giving you opportunities to take a good look at where you are and look at how all of your plans have placed you. Where are you? What have you accomplished? And are you really happy with where you are and what you do? And does it fill your heart? Or are you just doing to do because that's what you need to push to do? Or is it time to release some things to make room for the new? To clean up old energies and old expectations? To release old hurt and pain? To change the patterns of the family dynamics? It's all possible. But it begins with listening to your heart and truly understanding that the voice from within is the voice that leads you to your ultimate destiny, that always puts you on the path of the divine plan. And that's not to say that the divine plan is all rainbows, roses, lollipops, and puppies, because each soul has lessons to learn, experiences that are designed to transform you and make you one with the higher self and remove yourself from the drama of life, the personalities of life, and for you to be more aligned with the higher self while functioning in the physical capacity of life, the human experience, and keep your vibration high. This is the time. This is the time that you come to know the soul of you, the heart of you. And that's the important part of the divine plan. Not necessarily a checklist of things the universe insists that you do. It is a series of exercises, warm-ups, that lead you to stretch beyond your limitations, to break free of the conditioned mind and experiences that have held you bonded to times that no longer serve you. It is the opportunity to rise above some of your most lofty goals and shift the energy for something greater. It gives you a new sense of purpose. But it's when we get caught up in the rat race that is life that we do not allow the flow of the harmony of the universe to flow through you, that we lose our way. It's this song that sings from within, that echoes to the mountains, basks in the river's water, dances on the waves, and soars to new heights. The music of your soul gives you all that you need. But we've been drowned out by communication and, well, television, radio, social media. We're hearing everybody else's voices in our heads, including our own, and our own human demons as well, those thoughts that we use to criticize and condemn ourselves, because we've been unable to forgive ourselves and let us move forward from experiences that perhaps were less than perfect. So we are our own critic, our own saboteur. And yet at the end of the year, we want to begin again. But considering nothing changes but the day on a calendar, it is only an opportunity for you to choose to change and sustain and maintain it. And what do we know about New Year's resolutions? Within the first couple of weeks, maybe a month, people fall off. Most people do not keep their New Year's resolutions. And why is that? Because they're doing something at a time that they think it's what they're supposed to do, and they're doing things that they want to accomplish, but they're not feeling the feeling of why they want to accomplish it. Are they doing it for them, for their inner self, or are they doing it because that's what others expect of them? You see, this year has been a growth spurt for all of us. You can choose to accept it and grow and change and shift in a new direction and open up your heart and have passion and compassion for others. to choose to be of service in some way, because each one of us is here to be of service. Or you can keep going to the beat of the drum that has kept you thus far, but the sound is empty and hollow. There is not this harmonic convergence of all the sounds of nature and the universe basking in the glow of the sun. It's not as easy as it looks, this thing called life. But if you weren't an evolved soul, if you weren't a magnificent being, if you hadn't graduated from some aspect of heavenly dust to come here, you wouldn't be here. So yes, those of us born in this period of time that a pandemic rained upon us, we knew that we would be a part of this. And we have the courage, the fortitude, the wisdom, the passion, the compassion, the love, the light to navigate through it. After all, we've come this far. You're the keeper of your divine destiny. The only thing between your divine tapestry and destiny of the greatest experiences is you. The way you look at it, the way you experience life, the self-talk, the communication with others. This becomes your repetitive pattern that holds you, binded to the past, forever trying to break free, making small changes, but still hearing the echo of nothingness all around. A soul that is filled with love, a soul that is bright light, hears all things at all times, that is the harmony of life. So tune into your soul in these next few weeks. Ask yourself, your higher self, what will I do? And how may I be aligned with my divine plan? And if I could make any change at all that would make my heart sing, that would allow me to skip with joy and freedom, what would it be? And I can hear you. I hear the left brain saying, well, that's all fine and dandy, SarahSpiritual, but I got bills to pay, I've got kids to feed, or I just got laid off and I don't have what I need. I can hear you. But if you think of that, you still hear the echo of nothingness. So why don't you move over and begin to think about what it feels like to hear the harmony of the universe, the songs in nature, the crash of the waves, that everything is unified and nothing is divided, yet we as humans sit on a planet that we choose to divide. Whose side is right anyhow? We're all one. So when you condemn another, you condemn yourself. There's no getting around it. So if you find yourself at the end of 2020 saying, holy crow, that was a heck of a year, and I really want to change because now I realize the preciousness of life. I realize the importance of freedom and the ability to achieve, but from the heart. Then take a different look at how you create your 2021 visions. And ask yourself first, before you say, this is what I want to do, ask yourself to say, this is what I would love to do. And I know it'll feel good because I am aligned with the divine plan. We're all going to align with the divine plan tonight. I'm so excited, enthusiastic to speak with all of you right here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 96.9 and 95.3. We are honored to share this experience with you because each one, we're all here together making a difference, heart to heart, soul to soul. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. Well, you know, we're going to be right back.
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can also visit www.SarahSpiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or SarahSpiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Yes, indeed. Have you heard me? Have you seen me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are answering your questions all across the nation. And I know we're counting down. How many more days to 2020? How many more days? But it's all going to be all right because looks like we made it, right? And each one of you has done a remarkable job. And remember that you're always loved and always protected by divine power. And there's really everything is going to work out for you. Just have to trust. Even the things we don't understand or get complicated, we just got to trust the process. So we are answering your questions all across the nation here at 888-565-1470. Also answering your questions live on Facebook, live on YouTube. So you can pop on my Facebook or YouTube page, Sarah Spiritual. We sure would love to have a question for you. And who knows? Even if we don't get to your question tonight, we pop back into the feed and we continue to answer questions throughout the week. So just because you don't get through tonight, please post your question because I do want to hear from you. So we have a center in West Palm Beach. I just got to do a drum roll. We are at 14 years of being there, and it's been an interesting ride, just navigating life. Who would have thought that back at the end of 2007, 6 into 7, I would decide to open up a place in West Palm Beach, have a spiritual center, Then, if you recall, the housing market crashed. People were out of work. Oh, we've navigated some interesting things, standing there in the center, just making sure that everyone had a place to come, a place where you could feel welcome and have your questions answered and connect. Well, we're still there. Pandemic and all, we're still there, answering your questions, guiding you every step of the way. And this is a really important year to clear up some energy and smooth out the spiritual aspect of your life. So pop over to the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. You can Google me, Sarah Spiritual, Google Expedite Enlightenment. Find out more about our center. Go to SarahSpiritual.com and take a look at just a small amount of our products that we've got in 2,100 square feet of crystals and fairies and statues and, incense, spiritual bathing, spiritual mist, books, you name it, we've got it. And we would love to assist you clear the energy. So we extended our hours, made a few accommodations. So we've got an extra few days that we're going to be there since Christmas Eve and Christmas Day fall on a day we're normally open. We are going to be there the 22nd, the 23rd. We're closed the 24th and the 25th. Of course, we're there up until the 23rd, but our normal hours are Tuesday through Saturday. But on Monday the 28th, we are going to be there with bells on to help you prepare for the new year. And we've got a magnificent New Year's kit. We're also open New Year's Eve day from 11 to 4. So those of you who want to clear up that energy, just run into the center, get some incense, let's go. The best way to toast in the new year is to clear your personal space. And then you want to get my 2020 New Year's collection. In there, you've got a druzy amethyst crystal. You've got a divine oil mist that is going to shift the energy. We've got our divine bath to clear your personal aura. Lord knows we all need a little cleaning these days. And we've got a beautiful little candle for your petition, a magnificent parchment paper that has the seal of the King of Solomon there so you can write upon it all that you wish to create. And then I've got a CD. So if you love the music that you hear on the show and some of the new songs that we wrote this year, especially during the pandemic, we had some really good ones come through. We have those available on that CD along with some meditations and an inspirational message that you can listen to make it through the days of 2021, which, with a little hope and prayer, we know it's going to turn out to be better once we pass through this little dark phase. So we want everyone to stand tall and choose to change and embrace the 2021. Stop by SarahSpiritual.com or pop on over to West Palm Beach. Tell them Sarah Spiritual sent you. I might be in a reading, but tell them that you're there and you need to clean your house and shift your energy, and they'll know what to tell you. Well, we've got phone lines that are ringing, and Santa's planning his route. So I've got to go to the phones at 888-565-1470. Pop those questions on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be getting to you as well. So I've got to go to Antoine. Antoine's in Boynton Beach. Antoine, how are you doing?
Doing good, you?
I'm doing great, Antoine, and feeling a little better, a little more centered these days?
Yes.
Yes, we had a bit of a medical scare, correct?
Yes, we did.
Yes. And so we're shifting through that, and it turned out it is more, of course, I'm not a doctor, but more anxiety related. Is this true?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that we need to take some deep breaths, and we need to kind of change our thoughts and perhaps practice some mindfulness so you can still the mind so the anxiety does not grab a hold of you, yes?
Yeah.
So, Antoine, what's your question for me here on this night of closing week of 2020 coming up?
I feel like angels been making contact with me a lot, and I wonder if being a priest or priesthood aligns with me.
That's a great question. So you've been feeling the presence of divine spirit, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say priesthood. I really place you in the energy of perhaps a pastor or a minister. But priesthood, I feel like you have so many more connections with individuals to make that you can be of service and still have a life connected with individuals, okay? So there is a act of service that you can do, and in the divine plan, if you wish to counsel and administer sacraments and things, you can be a part of that. There's another path you can take that isn't as rigid as the priesthood.
Okay.
You see, yes?
Yeah, I hear what you mean.
Yeah.
I actually have a grandfather who was a pastor.
That would be a strong path for you. And then you can really administer the blessings of the Holy Spirit, yes?
Right.
This will be powerful for you.
Mm.
And take you out of some of the rat race of life that is creating some of this angst, yes?
Right.
Yeah. Centered and being
Definitely.
at peace. Well, Antoine, we do appreciate your call and your question, and we send you healing so that you can continue to feel the peace and the divinity of the Holy Spirit, and you can find your healing that's necessary for your own personal self. Thank you so much, Antoine,
Thank
for
you.
calling.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
888-565-1470. I've got to go to Orlando. I've got Erica on the line. Erica, how are you tonight?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing great, Erica. And how can I be of assistance to you tonight?
Yes, I just wanted to know if Spirit has any new messages for me.
Okay. So, Erica, one of the things that I see is there's actually a shift or a change for work. There's a role change, a financial reward coming for you. Is that something that you're looking for?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually have an interview tomorrow.
Well, I see change coming. All the winds of change are upon you. So put yourself out in the path of what you desire, creating it from the heart and the feeling, not just from the mind. And I can assure you that something magnificent is going to come. And as you move yourself in the direction of what you desire, be open and receptive to blessings to come from multiple sources. I feel like people will step up and be of assistance to you. I feel like relationships will grow and nurture. This is a time for you to trust and not lose yourself in all the things that have gone wrong and that negative self-talk that you've been experiencing. You are your worst critic, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can laugh at that,
Yeah.
but we want to change the self-talk. Because in order to be the magnet that attracts everything that you desire, well, you've got to be centered in self and really trust that you know exactly what you want and who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Got to pay attention to everything. Now, I am feeling that there's concerns in the area of love, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a little shaky. But just trust that everything happens for a reason and that you will receive all the answers you need to make a choice that's best for your heart. You are not at the direction of another. You must choose what is best for you, not be reactive to what someone else wants. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Erica, for calling.
Thank you.
God bless you and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Stay
Thank
well.
you.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to go to California. I've got Rebecca on the line. Rebecca, how are you tonight?
How are you?
I'm doing great, Rebecca, and it's a time for your soul to shine. There's a big soul journey going on in evolution. There was
Absolutely.
There was a bit of a revolution. When I was saying evolution, I heard in my head, I hear you want a revolution.
That's the song.
Well, you know, we all want to change the world. Right? So I've got that energy around you, and you're like, okay, I've got to go. And every time you said, I got to go, it was like something knocked you back down. You go, okay, sit right down, little girl. You're not going anywhere just yet. So it's that feeling that we need to get moving, but something that has purpose and passion and a feeling that aligns you with, we're not in the reactive self, we're in the oneness self. This makes sense to you, yes, Rebecca?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they place in my hand a pen, which makes me feel as if there is a book, a document, or something that you need to write. Is there a thought or an idea of writing something, please?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I will continue. I'll tell you after this.
Okay. So they place the pen here in my hand, and they say something that is more designed by the divine than it is by you, but they'll let you think that you did it. This makes sense, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your question, your comment for me, Rebecca? So glad to make this connection with you.
Thank you. I'm very glad, too. I met a very important man in my life a little over 2 years ago, and through a lot of work on it and everything, I've been told that he and I are to run into each other between June and December of 2020. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'm down to the last 15 days.
Oh, Lord.
And I know this is my twin flame.
Right.
And he's been away for work.
Right.
And I know he's lost my number. And so I know we're running into each other, but I don't know where. And I was wondering if you knew where.
Well, I don't base what I hear from Spirit, nor does Spirit piggyback on what someone else may have told you or what the guidance was, because from the time of that message, there's a lot of nuances and free will choices that happen to experience.
Believe me, I know.
New versions, yes? So the version that I hear is, first of all, I heard this for you. Someday he'll come along, the man I love. Right? So you feel it. You feel the connection. And no one's number is really ever lost, not in the ways of the internet. We can always find someone.
I've heard the word misplaced a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But to me that means lost.
But I don't, no, because if I say lost, sometimes lost means I might not find it. But misplaced has a much softer sound to it. But when I run my hand over the clock on my wrist, which is, I don't have a watch on, but they make me feel like time is running out for the year, but it's not running out for you. And do not be locked into a number on a calendar, because if you were listening at the beginning of the show, I said that it's just a different day that we all choose to say, I'm starting anew, but we can start anew at any time, or time can be perfectly right. And the two of you met, the time wasn't right, but the love was when you guys first connected. And this was the issue. And so life had to spin around, and I feel like things have gotten slowed up since the months of August, September, and October. So that kind of pushes it back. Now, I'm not going to say that you're going to be waiting for a year to have contact, communication, and reevaluate, reconnect to see where this can go, and if we're both ready for where it can go. But it is going to take a little longer than December. So I would like you...
Especially like how I just said that. I'm like,
okay, well...
It's been 2.5 years. It's been since April 28th of 2018.
I know, but in the counting of the days, you create the resistance and do not allow it to come. It's the only way I can tell you.
I know that. I've traveled and I've done my own life. But, you get to the point and you're like, okay.
But it'll happen when you let it go.
That's very difficult.
Yeah, but either way, you got to just let it be.
Okay.
Let it be, and heart to heart, soul to soul, talk to him. See him sitting across from you, and from your soul, have a conversation with him.
And I've been doing this for a long time, and I feel like a wacko because I've been doing this. I'm going, oh my God, I'm talking to myself.
You're not talking to yourself. Your higher self is talking to his higher self. There's nothing wacko about it. Did you hear the song when we went to commercial? Do you know me? Do I know you?
Yes.
I think that song is about people who meet, who were destined to meet. There's a divine plan, a divine connection, and there's a sense and a knowing of something greater than what they're experiencing. And they just know that they knew each other.
And we do.
And you do. Mm-hmm. That's why that song was written, because essentially that's what many of us in life are experiencing with each other, but some more dramatically than others. Yours is like you could feel his energy. You see, this is the drama.
He's my twin flame, and we've known each other for over 1,000 lifetimes, and this I know.
Right. So darling, what's another half a lifetime? Like, really?
Oh, God, please, he doesn't have that.
But you hear what I'm saying.
I know.
You've waited this long. At last he's coming, but you want to allow it to come. Trust the process. Surrender. The divine plan is a tapestry of experiences that are woven in everything you do. Even if you do something that is off course of the divine tapestry, it will always lead you back to where it's meant to be.
And do you think that I don't really believe the pandemic interfered with this. I believe this was just part of the process, too.
It is part of the process.
Yeah, I don't believe it interfered.
No, but there was something else going on that August, September, October?
With me or he?
With he.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So this is what Spirit told
I mean,
us.
I don't know
but you
for a
know,
fact, but I can feel it.
Well, you know for a fact because I just told you. Because
that something
that's
was
what
going
I know.
on with him.
Yes, exactly. I know what I know. And it's not the I, the me. It's the what I hear. Right? Now we both sound like a bunch of wackos, right?
Well, I'll come over for a glass of wine and we'll just sit and really talk about our wacko time.
We'll talk about our higher selves. Rebecca, it is all going to be okay. It is all going to be okay. And you are on an evolutionary step of your soul. This is a transformative time. It is the time that you get to step into your divine purpose while everything else is getting ready.
And he's okay?
He's fine. Trust the process.
Trust
Rebecca, how did you hear about the show?
My girlfriend who's listening to you, she says, you've got to call. You've got to call. Oh. And I said, she goes, go for it again. And I said, I can't do it. And I said, I know this is all working out the way it's supposed to be. And she goes, just do it. And I said, okay, let's go for it. And I did it.
Great. Well, thank you, friend. Welcome to our family.
And you know what? Now I'm hooked because you have a very calming way of speaking, and I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We're all in this together, Rebecca. Thank you so much. God bless you. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and we'll talk again soon, I'm sure. Bye for now.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Bye. 888-565-1470. Going to pop open some phone lines, and we're going to take a break for commercial. Then I've got to come back. I got some friends on Facebook that we just got to talk to. YouTube, don't go away either, because we're going to get to you. And you know, we're going to be right back.
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can also visit www.SarahSpiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or SarahSpiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call SarahSpiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message SarahSpiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
And we are going to go to Facebook and answer your questions. Let's see, who do we got going on here? What questions do we have on Facebook? Let's see. Elma Flores. Elma Flores says, "Hey, Sarah, it's Elma Flores. I just found out I'm pregnant. Will the pregnancy go smoothly?" Yes, we see good energy around this pregnancy, and we actually feel as if this is a great time for you to make some changes in your life and take a step back and nurture and honor and welcome in this new life that is here for you. This is a time to get out of the box, and next year will be a very powerful social connective time for you, and there'll be a lot of support from everyone around you. Now, you want to know about your partner, Marco. He's a feisty one, a little stubborn around the corners, so I know we're hoping this pregnancy will make a shift in this energy, but at this moment, what I see is that just going to have to let him pace himself, and don't push to make a change with him. Allow him to stand up and be the man that he's come to be. Sometimes he's a little difficult to communicate with, but there's love there. So allow this love to grow and flourish, and he can kind of see, well, just how he can make some modifications in his behavior. Thank you so much, Elma, and congratulations on this upcoming pregnancy. Remember, keep the thoughts of the pregnancy and the conversations to a minimum. Embrace the little bright light that is within, and honor yourself and this newborn baby, and be in gratitude, and the angels will always surround you. Bye for now. Who else do we have here on Facebook? We've got Lenny. Lenny's like, "Hey, I got a question. Am I returning to subbing in January?" Lenny, it's still not quite time. We're really pushing you out to at least April of 2021. So sit tight, hang out a little bit longer. A little tutoring on the side would be all right, but we're not quite ready for the full subbing yet, Lenny, so just chill, relax. It's the holiday season. Bye for now, Lenny. Who else do we have on Facebook or YouTube? Let's see what we've got. Nesh Donaldson. Nesh Donaldson says, "My boyfriend applied for several jobs. There is one in particular he really, really wants. Will he be having something soon? His birthday." And she gives me his birthday. You know, this is an interesting time for your boyfriend, because this is the time to build career and to focus. And my spirit guides draw me to the energy of his resume. They're making me feel as if maybe there's some tweaking and communication that needs to be expressed a little differently in the resume, and even in the way we're answering questions, so that we can really, really get the job that we really, really want. So take a look at the resumes, take a look at what we can shift and change, so he can have a more powerful appearance, so he can move forward. Do I see work for him? I do see work, and I actually feel that 2021 will be a very prosperous year for your boyfriend, Nesh Donaldson. Thank you so much for always staying in touch with us and following Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We greatly appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Who else do we have on Facebook or YouTube? Chris Cottom. "What does Spirit have planned for me this next year?" Jiminy Crickets, it's going to be an interesting ride, Chris Cotton, because I see here before you this energy of love and community. It's a time of self-care and nurturing. It's a powerful year. And Chris, my spirit guides are telling me there might be a time for you to set some boundaries and really take a stand and look out for you first. So if you find yourself running around making sure everybody else is okay, well, Chris Cotton, now's the time for you to take a good look at you and do some self-love and nurturing and stand in your personal love power for 2021. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. We're going to pop on up to Amanda, and Amanda on the phone lines is in Connecticut. Amanda, How are you doing, Amanda?
Hi, Sarah. I could be better. I tested positive for COVID Thursday when I did everything to prevent it.
I'm so sorry. So sorry, but we will hold the angels around you, and we trust that you're not feeling too badly.
No, I've got a mild case. I was going to see one of my questions, how you see me, pushing through. I've got a very mild case, knock on wood, and thankfully so far.
And how long have you been not feeling well? About 4 or 5 days?
I'm going on a week tomorrow. I tested positive Thursday, and everyone in the house is negative, but other friends have tested positive after I tested positive, so we have no idea how I got it.
Okay. Well, Amanda, we want to your friends tested positive?
Yes, family, friends of my boyfriend, while him, his buddy, and his daughter tested negative for the virus. So I was the first one.
So we're staying away, yes? We're staying away from everybody. And not an easy thing to do, I know, but this is a time for us to, some people, their immune systems are just a little more just weakened in some way, even if we don't know how or why. So we trust that the angels and the healing angels will pass you through this. Amanda, I feel like you have about another 4 days of kind of feeling.
Yes, I'm supposed to be off quarantine the 20th, and I'm trying to schedule a retest so then my stepdaughter could come back for Christmas next week.
Okay. Well, you got about 4 days, according to my spirit, so I guess that kind of lines you up right about to the 20th, does it not? I am so glad we're in. I'm so glad we're in with the CDC testing. This is so wonderful. I'm so glad I got connections. Amanda, before they take us off to commercial, what's your other question for me very quickly?
I was wondering what you see with my future love, and you got any messages from my angels along with, do they know I'm fighting this also and what's going on?
The angels know that you're fighting this, and they're always with you. But Amanda, when it comes to love, I know we've got some imbalances in relationship. Is that true right now? We're not quite on this right flow right now. Is this true?
Somewhat, and the virus hits on top of it. So
okay. So just trust that everything's going to work out. I feel as if when I look at next year, it's a year of connection, and I feel like next year we take another step in this relationship. So
really?
It's a stronger commitment that I see. Well, I don't know what his plans are, but I know what I see. So just stay true. I feel like we advance in the relationship. We got to work on some communication, though, in this relationship.
Yes.
It's a little fluky there. I'm not quite feeling it. But if we can work through those bumps, I really feel that there's the potential for a little more seriousness to this relationship. So trust the experience, Amanda, okay?
Okay. And what do you see in my future, knowing I got hit with this moving forward into the new year? Is it going to be better with more achievements and accomplishments?
You'll get there. You'll get there. Patience, grasshopper. Let's just get through the end of the year and get well. Focus your attention and intention on the angels healing you and every cell in your body being filled with illuminated light. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Which
Amanda.
ones are around me?
Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, the healing angel. But we've got to run off to commercial, Amanda. I trust I've been of service to you, yes?
Yes.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye. Have a good night.
You too. 888-565-1470. We are lining up with the divine plan. We are making connections and answering your questions. So stay with us, everyone. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and that's me, Sarah Spiritual. We'll be right back.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you.
Transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
There's a land, there's a land down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light that opens doors for everyone.
Yes, indeed. There's a light that's opening a door for everyone. And let's go 2021, because we got to get out of this madness of 2020. But you know what? Everything is perfectly aligning for each one of us. We just got to trust and put a little love in our heart, as the song goes. I'm going to go back to the phone lines. I've got a Sarah, and Sarah is in New York. Sarah, how are you doing tonight? Hey, Sarah. Okay, we seem to have lost Sarah in the process, so I need to go to Michelle in Florida. Michelle, how are you tonight?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, Michelle. Good to connect with you. Is this your first time calling?
Oh, yes, it is.
Welcome. How did you hear about the show?
I was just going through the radio station, and I came across you.
Wonderful. Well, welcome to the connection. Love having you here. Very enthusiastic to make a connection for you. And Michelle, you know, this is a year of endings are beginnings. It's time for you to clear the deck, kind of clear out the old energy. It's time for change. And if you were feeling like this year was a little bit of a pressure cooker for you, of forcing you to let go so that you can make some changes, whatever you haven't let go of in this 2020, please make the adjustments, because it is clearing out the old energy so that you, my dear, can have a really powerful 2021 when you really step into what I call a new beginning, a new attitude. I feel as if you're ready for a big change. Does this make sense to you?
It does.
Okay. And there's a time for you here to stay in tune with your knowing, your inner power, your connection to the divine. And they're giving me this energy of work, job, career, shifts, change. So I feel like there's a next role, an opportunity that comes for you in this next 2021 year. So this is something for you to be open to and look for. Is that something that you are currently envisioning at this time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
Most definitely.
Great, Michelle. What is your question for me tonight?
Okay. My question is, I'm going to, how should I say this?
Go right ahead. You can say or ask anything.
Because I was listening, and I'm trying to see, like, I know you have questions, but I know that I was listening to another young lady, and she was like, what do you have, like, for her? Like, what are you sensing more so? So that's what you're more...
And that's what I opened up with for you, my dear. So if you have a question, go right ahead. But if you want to...
Okay, I have a question then about marriage.
Yes.
Do you see me getting married anytime soon?
You know, Michelle, this year of 2021 is really, again, I'll say what I said in the beginning. It's time for you to set intentions. And the marital part is something that is not lining up just yet, because I don't feel as if things are in order for that to happen. Now, if you allow me to spin you out to 2022, that's when things start to line up for divine partnership, commitment, and marriage. But at this time, there are too many other things that you and your very analytical mind have to accomplish. I know your heart's desire might be to have a life partner and be married, but there are some things that are coming for you. Do I ever see you getting married? Yes, I do. But I feel as if not everything is in place for that at this time. And that is why Spirit moves us to 2022. This makes sense to you, please?
Oh, sure. Most definitely.
Great,
it does.
Great. So, Michelle, you have a final question, because we're going to pop on off then. Michelle?
Do you see me moving, like to a different state?
This move that you ask about, this I said to you in the beginning of the call, that this is the time for you to make changes. This 2020 is a time to close out doors of life so that you can make changes. Is it possible for you to move? Yes, it is. But you don't have that official plan in place just yet either. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So
I was thinking about moving, but it's not.
It's not
like
the
sometime
time.
next year.
Yeah, it's not the time yet.
Yeah.
This is a year we're closing out the doors of old energy and making the plans. You're about to start so that you understand a 1 year and a 9 year cycle. And that is 2021 for you. So in that 1 year cycle, it's a new beginning. So the choices and the vibration that you set in the intention of 2021 is going to perpetuate a pattern that is going to unfold over the next few years. If I were to give you a time that you definitely would be in a new location by that time, I would say that would be 2025. There's a few places and things that have to line up for you in the divine tapestry of life before you can really make that decision. So trust the process, Michelle. Where are you in Florida? What part of Florida are you in?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. One day, pop on up to the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I'd love to have a personal session with you and go over some other personal things that I see. Thank you so much, Michelle. God bless you. Bye for now. Merry Christmas.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. 888-565-1470. Let's check. Do we have Sarah on the line, or is she just definitely not there? Before we go to our next caller, let's see if Sarah in New York is available. Sarah, you there?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great, Sarah, and good to connect with you. What is your question for us tonight?
Mine's just a quick question. I asked you on Facebook. I just wanted to know if you could connect to my mom.
Yes.
Because there's so many different things going on right now in my life, and I feel that she's trying to help me through it and talk to me, but I think I'm so upset I can't hear her properly.
Yes. So I feel like not everybody is on the same page, and we have some people that are at odds on how to handle a personal family situation. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And is there a brother connected to you, Sarah, please?
Yes.
Okay. Because they're talking to me about the brother. So is the brother not connected or in alignment with other people's opinions and something about the father? Am I making sense to you, please? It's just things seem very disrupted here.
You got it on point.
Okay. So, know, and if I were to, family, right? But your mom, let's talk about mom. Mom brings me this big heart. She brings me balloons too. Kind of interesting. I've never seen balloons before, but she's bringing me balloons because she makes me feel as if life is a celebration. And your mom had a special way, a strong but gentle way about her. Am I making sense to you?
Yes, again, on point.
Okay.
That's very much her.
And she's making me feel like, I don't know if you would bring her balloons for Mother's Day or something, but it's like she's giving you back balloons that you might have given to her. This is how she makes me feel. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is how she's giving it to me, okay? And
Yep.
Yep, okay. So, and I also open up to the energy, and she's talking to me about, she's going back to your father. What is your father's name, please?
Thomas.
Okay. You can't be all things to everyone, Sarah. And your mom is looking out over everything. She's also giving me a bracelet. She gives me a bracelet. You have her bracelet, please?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You're the woman in charge now, yes? You're the force to be reckoned with, okay? But your brother isn't staying on the path. He's not staying in true. This makes sense to you, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the question around this? Mom is most certainly with you, and you have to be patient with this process. And you're not going to get everyone to agree. So together, we're going to have to make the best decision that people can live with.
Okay.
And she's also talking to me about money. What's going on in the money? She's counting money.
Well, she knows that I've been very low with my finances most recently, and I'm struggling a lot with it right now.
Okay.
Because I'm living in my house by myself after my mom and my dad had passed.
Okay.
So that's one issue.
Okay.
About me possibly moving. And
Okay.
sorry, not to interrupt. One of my brothers, he's really trying to push me to, leave the house, and I will. It's just we haven't finalized some things, and it's a lot to do. And
it's a lot. It's a lot to do. And isn't it interesting? Mom brings up the brother. Yes, she's talking about your father.
Yep.
She's talking about the money. She's there. So she sees it all, my darling. So for you, what's most important is that you just do the best you can. Your brother's pushing you because your brother has other thoughts. Hello.
Right.
But we cannot speed up the process. We can only do it one step at a time. There will be another place for you to go. There will be another spot. It is a lot for you. So it's not necessary for you to stay there. Don't hold on to the memories. There's something else that comes for you, Sarah. And all will be well. All right? And thank you so much for calling in. It's so great to make a connection with you. And I'm honored to make a connection with your mom and give you evidence that she's with you.
Well, I thank you so much. I'm going to write a review for you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. God bless you. Bye for now. Merry Christmas.
Thanks.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
888-565-1470. I've got to go to Illinois. I think it's a little chilly in Illinois. Last I talked to someone yesterday, last night they said it was only 30 degrees, which wasn't so bad by Illinois standards. But let's see what Eileen in Illinois has to say. Eileen, how you doing?
I'm good, Sarah. Thank you. Yes, I'd rather be sitting next to you.
Yeah, we're warm and cozy here in sunny South Florida, but my other clients in Illinois, I talked to 2 people in Illinois yesterday. It was so much fun. And my first question is, how cold is it? How are you surviving? And they're like, oh, it's 30. So it's actually a good day. I was like, all right. So how cold is it today in Illinois?
Well, it's 30 degrees out.
Oh, good. See, that's not bad. If you
filter everything in, it's like 25 degrees outside.
Yeah, well, we got those winds that come in, right? The little Chicago winds that come on in. I remember visiting Chicago going, holy crow, this wind, it'll eat right through you. It's like I don't even have bones left by the time it's done blowing. Eileen, is this your first time calling the show?
It is not.
Okay.
I have called before.
Thank you.
Very accurate information.
Well, thank you so much for that. And how can I assist you tonight?
I'm looking for any message you may have regarding my finances. Will I be able to buy a house? Whatever comes up. Love, marriage, the whole thing.
The winds of change are here upon me now. I don't know which way to go. I can't know how. Kind of where you are. You know you want to make changes, but you just don't know how to get from point A to point B. And when I look at the energy, I want to spin you out to an opportunity that brings you more money. I feel as if where you are is not rewarding you enough to make you comfortable enough to have the spot, the house that we desire. And so when I move you into the energy, I kind of go to the number 4, which takes me to the month of April, April being the 4th month of the 2021 year. And that's when I think things come together like, boom, they kind of connect. And that's when I feel like you've got a plan and you're in a rhythm. Eileen, you've been out of rhythm for the past 6 months. It has nothing to do with the pandemic. It has to do with just where you are in your being. This is the second half of life. This is the time for you to close old doors and begin new chapters, and you want to let go, but you don't know what you're letting go for, so you're afraid to jump. And my spirit guides are telling me to tell you jump. Jump to new opportunities, let the guard down, have someone step in to the circle so that love and life align to divine perfection. I want to bring you to the moment that I have to, I got to go back. I got to go back to 2011. It was another shift and a change for you in 2011. And that kind of set a pace for you. And now we need to clear everything that doesn't serve you from 2011. And are we seeking a new role for work, please? Because I see a new role for you.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Okay. This role comes, but it's out of the box. It's not in the standard experience of what you're doing. Can't keep doing the same thing, expect different results, right? That's a little nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So when I move you into this 2021 time, I feel as if the way you connect to a new role is outside the box in the confines of where you currently are. Either there's a different division or we're going to a whole new spot. This makes sense to you, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Resumes out, let's go. Work it, girl. Because
Thanks.
I'm hearing my song, she works hard for the money, right? So you've been working hard for the money and you don't have enough to show and you want to feel, the word they give me is comfortable. I know we all say we want things in life, but you say, I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be happy. Rich, I won't say no to, but I just want to be comfortable and happy. And if I move you into the 2021 time, of the tail end of the 2021 time, I see a connection in love, and they tell me about intensity. So does this mean that we have someone, but it's not quite right, or there was someone and it didn't quite connect yet? What is that, please?
I do not have anyone.
Okay. There is a connection for love coming. And it may be someone that we met in passing. Oh, now she's going to be racking her brain for days. Who could it be? SarahSpiritual. It could be somebody that we met in passing. That's a vibe I get, that now our paths cross again. There's no one you dated before. If they're in the past, let them stay in the past. Good God, leave them there. But when I move you into the energy of this passing, I feel like you connect with someone and there's a familiarity. Either we met in this life and we remember passing them and never really connecting, or there's just going to be this really unique knowing. And when I move you into this latter half of 2021, which I can't believe I got to talk about the end of 2021, I'm like, Lord, just get us there. It's going to be fine.
Yes.
Okay. And the move comes before that. We have the job, the move, and the love. It's going to be a very busy year.
Wow.
Got a lot going on.
And is the move going to be
may not be. It may not be in the exact vicinity of where you are. Think big.
So possibly another state?
Possibly another state. My spirit guide said, hopefully a cheaper state. So,
yeah,
that would be lovely, yes? Come on down to Florida. You never know.
I can't wait.
Yes. It is a very powerful time for you. And I will make a suggestion for you, Eileen. On my website, SarahSpiritual, we're featuring our New Year's kit where you create what you desire. And you're the perfect candidate to write down what you desire, to follow some of the protocol that's in this magical kit that we have, and set your intentions for 2021. You're closing out this chapter of 2020, which is a monumental paradigm shift as you enter 2021. Let's put the heart and the intentions in exactly the place that you desire in this lifetime. Take a look at that. Thank you so much, Eileen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. Then we're going to pop back up to Facebook, YouTube, our phone lines at 888-565-1470. You got a question? You want to be aligned with divine destiny? You want to know where you got to go? Do you know the way to divine destiny or San Jose? Well, we're going to find out when we come right back, right here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Have you heard me?
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit oxygenrescuecarecentersofamerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can also visit www.SarahSpiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or SarahSpiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my name? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are answering your questions all across the nation. And a great time we are having here at the end of 2020. And happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. And we're getting ready for the new year. So we do have a New Year's forecast. If you'd like to know what does 2021 have in store for you in very different areas of your life, your career, your love, your health, your angels, what crystals are right for you, how to align to your path, and have a special message from your guides and angels channeled to you during the reading, then you want to sign up at SarahSpiritual.com for my forecast for 2021. You know, I recall when I was talking about the forecast for 2020. Oh, Lord. And I was doing the readings, and I started in the very tail end of December. We start these forecasts, and then we carry on into the beginning of the year, good part of the first 3 months. I found myself telling a lot of people, oh, I see this and I see this, but nothing really gets started till about July. Well, now we know why, because we were all locked in our houses, couldn't do much of nothing. But here we are, standing united. We want to stand strong and take care of ourselves and just trust that this too shall pass. So we're going to go back to Facebook. I've got people piling up there on Facebook and YouTube for questions. And then we've got to go to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. I've got YouTube on the line here, and we've got Empress. Empress Unique. She says, any message from Spirit? You know, Empress Unique, the very best part of where you are now is you are on the path to your greatness. And there is an expansiveness to your spirit, to your soul, to your energy, to your light, to your love. And I see a lot of creativity. Makes me feel as if you are designing and creating some new things for yourself. We're on a spiritual journey, my friend. And for you, it's time to align the chakras, step into your path, and do some healing of the past. And particularly, they take me back to Well, they're going to take me back quite a ways, and I've got to go back to 1984. Yeah, I know. I don't know where you were in 1984, but what were you doing? Because in 1984, there's some healing that we have to have from that particular experience in 1984 with whomever we were interacting with and whatever changes we were going, whatever betrayal and disappointment was going on at that time. There's still actually a wound and a hurt that we need to make peace with. So, Empress Unique, we are knowing that you are in divine alignment for your destiny because you're opening up to the possibilities and know that the angels are with you. Thank you very much for your YouTube question. Merry Christmas. Who else do we have here? We've got Kevin Paul. Hey, Kevin Paul, good to have you right back here. And he's on Facebook. Want to know, what are my angels saying? And should I remain here with family or should I move on my own next year in 2021? Well, I've got to tell you that this is the time for you to get out of the box, out of the routine. And the energy and the angels are opening up the path. And they move me into the month of June for you in 2021. I do not feel that we will be living with, I don't know if we're living with mother, but we're living with female energy, and we will not be staying in the same exact spot by then. So if you're ready for change, it's time to change. Allow some things to build momentum, and by the month of June, the 6th month of the 2021, I do believe we're going to be out on our own, and man, you're going to love it. Thanks, Kevin Paul, for your Facebook question. I'm going to pull another question from Facebook and YouTube before we go back to the phone lines. I've got Iris Eulich, and she's in Switzerland. So thank you so much for following us in Switzerland. I know we've had our friends in Australia and Ireland who've been on with us tonight on Facebook. So we thank you and acknowledge you for joining us here on our national, international show. And we want to know if this particular person is going to be the one she's going to have a committed relationship. So will she and Jadal have a relationship that is committed? You know, first of all, Jadal's birthday is a very complicated birthday, very intricate person, got a lot of positive energy, and Jadal is going through some major changes that are really winding down in the month of February and March of next year. And he is very, very strong to have a power within him that lets him transform his energy. He's going through this major shift. And you, my darling, you too are shifting and changing as well. A committed relationship in 2021, we will know more about this after the month of February and March. It's going to take a little time for this momentum to build. I don't feel like the stars are aligning and allowing you to spend enough time together so that we can have a committed relationship. But guess what, everyone? We want to let you guys open up the energy of 2021. Set your intention, Iris. And in Switzerland, let's say that by the month of March, you're going to know where you stand, and we're going to look for something spectacular to emerge from this connection. Pace yourself, my dear. Merry Christmas. We're going to go back to the phone lines, and I've got to go to Jessica. And Jessica is in West Palm Beach. Jessica, how you doing?
This evening.
Hi. And what can I do for you tonight?
Yes. So I am planning a trip to go out of town for Christmas week, and I'm just a little nervous about that because my job is pretty demanding, and I'm just a little nervous that I won't be able to enjoy myself on my vacation. So I was wondering if I can have a bit of insight on that.
So you're going to work from your vacation? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not going to work from my vacation. I just feel that there's a particular individual at my job who
wants to make life miserable. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
And I just want to go ahead and enjoy my vacation time, but I have a feeling I won't be able to because I'll be focused on work and the things that are happening there.
Okay, but that's a choice. You know, isn't it funny that when we go away, the people who are pesky get even more pesky and they get their nose in business that doesn't belong to them, right? So
exactly.
Yeah, yes. I see the pot stir, but you were actually empowering her by even giving her the power for you to feel that she can disrupt you. Your work, my dear, speaks for itself. So why are we going to let a troublemaker who everybody knows we can't trust her as far as we could spit? Good Lord.
You're right.
So don't give a flying banana what the heck she's up to and enjoy your vacation.
Will do. I definitely will. Thank you.
You're welcome, because she is really at her own undoing at this time. And I actually feel like there's an HR meeting coming up for her because I feel like she stepped on one too many toes and stuck her nose in somebody else's business that was a little too high up for her to be messing with. So let's I know.
There's a lot of changes happening, and I'm just like, I kind of want to stay out of it, but it's just hard because I'm just like, well, this has nothing to do with me, and she tried to bring me into things, and I'm just like, I'm a little uncomfortable, and I just don't want to be, I guess, tied into stuff like that with her.
And so all you have to say is say, you know what? I only know what I do day to day. I mind my business. I keep my head down, and I get the work done because you pay me to produce, not to be involved in drama. So this conversation is over. I got to go back to work. That's it, honey.
Yeah.
Get yourself out of that. She will undo herself. This is something that I see. She's going to get written up in the very near future, and then the rest is up to her whether she chooses to change. But that girl can't stop herself as far as she can walk, honey, so she can't get very far. So just let it be. Let it be. Okay. Enjoy your vacation. Please be aware, cautious, careful, protect yourself. Travel is not the best thing at this time, but I do know it's the holidays, so if we want to truly enjoy the vacation and come back and enjoy the return, please adhere to the rules and regulations so that you can be safe and healthy.
Will do. Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. I've got to go back to the phone lines, and I've got to go to Hope. Hope is in New York. Let's see what Hope we've got going on in New York, New York. How you doing, Hope?
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Hope. Thank you so much for following
and
the show.
How are you?
We are good. We are hanging in there like everyone else.
Yes.
We are navigating life. Thank you so much for asking. And I see here for you that there's a lot of things you want to do, but you're in gratitude that you're able to do what you need to do, which is to work and just sustain the roof over your head at this time. This is true, yes?
Yes. Yes.
And I also feel as if the legs and the back are feeling a little better, yes? They were uncomfortable for a while, but I feel like we're healing well, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. What is your question for me, Hope?
I can't find my dad. He was somewhere in U.S., in Florida there.
Right.
And I lost track of him since 2000, but I don't feel like he's dead.
Okay. Let's take a look here. And what is your father's name?
Trevor Samuel Kelly.
Okay. And when's his birthday? Do you know?
February 10th, 1936.
And he was in South Florida, Hope?
He was in Tampa.
Tampa, the West Coast. Did you check the assisted living and nursing homes, please?
No.
Okay. I think he's under some kind of care at this time. That's how it feels to me.
Some kind of what?
Care. Some kind of care.
Oh.
Medical care or something. So he's not necessarily in an apartment by himself. I feel like there's some kind of medical care. If he's in some assisted living or something, there's something else going on here with him.
Oh.
And that might be why he's so prevalent on your mind at this time.
Oh.
So it's your spirit prompting you to see if you can get in touch with him, yes?
Yeah, but I don't know how to.
Well, you can call and ask around.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Well, keep doing it. Yeah, keep turning over the rocks. Okay? You will find the answers that you seek.
Okay.
All right. Hope it is going to be a good year for you in 2021. It's just a little bit difficult for you under these circumstances, but I do feel the finances will pick up for you as well, and that the work that you have will continue, so you will be provided for.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Hope. Thank you so much for always following the show. I know you've been listening for years.
I can't stop following you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you probably
cannot hide from me.
So thank you so much. I know you've probably listened to all 56 shows or something.
Oh, yes.
So thank you, Hope, for listening to the show. God bless you, and Merry Christmas.
You're
and
welcome.
hopefully one day I'll be back in New York.
On point. You always be on point. It's snowing right now.
Thank you so much, honey. And when I come back to New York, hopefully I'll see you at the next convention when we're all together. Thanks so much.
Sure.
Bye for now, Hope. God bless
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to join our callers, our Facebook people, our YouTubers. And we're going to continue to answer your questions at 888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room.
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can also visit www.SarahSpiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or SarahSpiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we are answering your questions all across the nation. And we are going to Facebook to answer a question to see what's going on there. And then we've got calls all across the nation to get to. Oh, we've got someone in YouTube. And we have Sherry Moran. And she says, hey, Sarah, any messages for me from Spirit? You know, Sherry, I know it's been a bumpy year, and I know there's a creative juice inside of you that wants to come out and produce your music. and just be the star that you were born to be. And of course, the universe seems to have slowed that process up for now. But don't lose hope and don't lose the vision of who you've come to be spiritually, because spiritually speaking, this is your time to shine. Thank you, Sherry, for your YouTube question. We're going to go right back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. I've got to talk to Jarrell. Jarrell, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well, Jarrell. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Seattle.
Seattle. Great. And glad to have you here. Jarrell, what is your question for us tonight?
My question is, I've been having a lot of spiritual and emotional unrest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any message from the spirit that can help me?
I do. And I also see that some of the emotional unrest. Jarrell, what is your birthday, please? Because I didn't get a chance to put that up for me.
11/18/79.
Okay. So one of the things that they make me feel is that there is a presence of a male energy that passed above you. So that's in the father-grandfather figure here. They're telling me that this energy around you makes me feel as if when you were little, there was a lot of unrest even then. Does this make sense to you, Jarrell? Like things seem dramatic or something. And you didn't always feel safe. You felt separated for some reason. This makes sense to you, yes?
Yes.
And you couldn't be who you came to be. You didn't feel comfortable. So, Jarrell, when I move you into this energy of where you are now, you're healing the wounds of childhood, as well as healing the inability to really express yourself the way you want. There's a creative aspect to you, Jarrell, that has yet to be birthed, and you're actually being prepared to spiritually evolve in this next 2-year period. And I think what you're feeling on some level is that there is a resistance within from self, and there's a resistance externally, and that's what's disturbing you. See that we're not sleeping right at night. I actually feel like at times we wake up, we feel like we can't move, we can't breathe. This makes sense to you, yes, Jarrell?
Yes.
Okay. And I feel as if you need to clear the energy around. I'm also going to take you to a time, clear the energy around you, where you are. I want to take you to a time, I've got to go to the 2018 time. I feel like there was a bad vibe, a bad falling out between you and someone close in your inner circle. Am I making any sense to you at this time?
Yes.
Okay. And I feel like, thoughts are things in energy. And I feel as if your energy got kind of crossed up since about 2018, because you've been really feeling stuck for the past 2 years, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So the mission here is to clear the energy. So one of the things I would suggest is for you to clear your space, your apartment where you reside. Are you able to do that?
Yes.
Okay. We want to use certain products, something stronger than sage. We have things at the center. I could definitely talk to you about that tomorrow. Items that you can just simply get to clear the energy. And also I recommend something to kind of clear your energy. I feel as if you feel like something is trying to block you from moving forward. This makes sense, yes?
Yes, it does.
And I want you to understand one thing. No one can do unto you that which you do not allow. So what does that mean? That means that when we're out of balance within, when our inner soul, our inner self is not lining up with our personality, our wounds, if we are unable to find inner peace, any external force has a place to hook into. You're only as strong as your weakest link. And you've got the wounds of the past. This is true, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And Spirit tells me that you so much want to have the life of partnership and love the way you desire it as well. Is this also true?
That is.
It is. That's your heart's desire. Yes, you want to be successful and be good in what you choose in your path, and there's many things that you can do. So the world is your oyster. But if you don't have the person by your side, there's an emptiness that is slowing you up because something's missing, yes?
Yes, yes.
And we have attracted people who have not been able to honor you for who you are. They've actually taken more than they've ever given. This is also true, yes?
Yes.
Yes. This is where we go back to the self-worth, the understanding that you are worthy of all you desire. So on my website, SarahSpiritual, I do hope you take a look at soul integration, because we do want to go back to the little boy, and we want him to be parented in come to the future, but we're not going to do it alone, just you and I. We're going to have the assistance of Theo, the 12 archangels. Is a powerful force, a powerful being that is going to assist you to transform your life to the highest frequency so you can step into the divine potential. Because it's like you sit and watch life pass you by and everyone else's life is evolving. And so you think, but yours, yes?
Yes. Yes.
It'll be all right. I recommend a spiritual cleansing and some products. So if you could call my center, just Google SarahSpiritual and the number will come up there. Call the center and ask them to give me the message and I'll feed back what I recommend for you and we'll take it from there. But this too will pass, all right? And read the 23rd Psalm 9 times in a row for 9 days. Psalm 23, 9 times in a row for 9 days should help you sleep a little better until I can get to you.
Okay, thank you.
Jarrell, how'd you hear about the show?
A friend who was a listener.
Okay. Well, will you be kind enough to thank your friend? I always appreciate it when people pay it forward, and I hope you pay it forward to someone else as well.
I will definitely do so.
Thank
you again.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye for now.
Bye.
888-565-1470. I've got to go from Seattle all the way across to the other side of the country. We got to go to New York. New York, it's a heck of a town. And I've got Rachel on the line. Rachel, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Rachel. Good to connect with you. And what is your question?
I'm always interested in my love life. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I usually ask about my love life. If you see anything long-term, something lasting.
All right. So, Rachel, first of all, let's reword that if we may. Okay. Hopeless. I would rather you say I am hopeful.
Hopeful. You're right.
And I actually love an empowered romantic because you are the power that creates from within the right magnetic choice for you. Ooh, that's feeling good, huh?
Yeah, I love
liking that. You know, I think we'll keep these spirit guides around for a while. They're like, yeah, we'll keep you, SarahSpiritual. But we'll keep the spirit guides around because they've got a way with words.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, Rachel, because when I look at the energy around you, I have to go back to 2012. And I feel as if there was a move, a shift, a change at that time that you're still kind of recalibrating yourself from. Who were you with then? We were in partnership then?
Yeah, I had a really bad breakup, I think, that year.
Yeah. We haven't gotten over that craze.
Yeah, I haven't really been in anything long-term since then. I had a lot of healing to do, which I have been doing.
You have been doing, but I spy with my SarahSpiritual eye that 2012 might have been the time of the beginning of the awakening, but you were like, Lord, I'm going down because it was a rough time for you. But for you, in the energy of awakening, what it's done for you, spectacular. Because it's given you the opportunity to get to know who you are and what you want and how life is meant to unfold for you. And now you're just trying to patiently, which isn't one of your virtues, Rachel, patiently wait and not overanalyze and overthink. So let's talk about at last when your lover comes, yes? Because the man that you desire, the partner that you desire is someone who is, well, definitely a higher vibration than where you've been. Someone who is kind and calm and someone who is in alignment with who they've come to be and knows that they have a purpose in life. And you don't want to have to carry the weight of anyone else, which you have done before. We've overcompensated.
Yeah.
So now, Rachel, when we move you into the energy of your 2021 time, I have to kind of move you closer to August. I know you don't want to hear that, but you're almost there. Because when I move you into the energy of August, as you're on this big soul adventure, closing 2020 into 2021, by the time August comes, you've set yourself up for expansion. That expansion, Rachel, takes me to a new place, a new opportunity that brings you in the path where you cross path with different people. The different people that you meet put you in the place where you meet the person. It's like we change routine. By changing routine, everything lines up. You're a creature of habit, Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is there an idea that we want to move or change roles at work and go somewhere else when things calm down in New York, please?
Yeah, I actually have been doing like live-in home health aid stuff, and I plan on opening a dog grooming place. I don't know where yet, but I know it won't be in the location that I've been in for the past couple of years. So I'm definitely moving. I just don't know where.
That's great. But you see, all we got to do is change. And that's what Spirit says we're waiting to have happen, for things to just recalibrate. Who knows? He may walk in with his little pup. You never know.
Yeah, maybe.
You never know. And
that was very helpful, though. You're definitely spot on.
Yes, and the way I see it, which is really cool, is that I think you'll have this plan a little more in place by, mid to the third half of the year of 2021.
Okay.
So plan. What part of New York are you in now, Rachel?
I'm actually, for work, I'm in Massachusetts, but home is an hour and a half north of New York City, so like the Catskills.
Okay.
Yeah. But I definitely don't want to be there. I grew up there, and I'm just kind of over it. And I was talking to somebody recently, and it kind of seemed promising, but if you don't see that, then...
Well, it's promising, but... we have to have things evolve, right? So you're talking to them, we may not meet them for a while, but I don't see you in the Catskills.
Yeah. Okay.
You can go to Middletown, New York. You can go to Westchester, New York. You can go somewhere, but you don't want to be in the Catskills, not unless you're skiing.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
There are enough snow bunnies there. You don't need to compete with snow bunnies, right? So we're good.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But listen, there is a change coming for you. You need a new location. Even a northern part of New Jersey would be lovely for you. And you also want to find a place where you will have a nice demographic to cater to the pups, right?
Yeah, exactly. I thought about North New Jersey, too.
Yes. Wonderful.
So around August, you were thinking?
Yeah. You'll be ready by then. Thank you so much, Rachel. And before you make this move, keep me posted. Let's decide together. I love planning people's lives. That's so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Sounds
Rachel.
great.
Appreciate it.
You,
Thank you
Sarah.
for calling. Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Bye for
Merry
now.
Christmas.
Bye. Yes, the holidays are here, and how can we shift and change and spread the cheer? Well, it's time for you to listen to your heart and be open to who you've come to be. And even though we may not all be able to gather in the same fashion with which we're used to, life may have a series of changes around us. Remember, what connects us is our heart. What connects us to our loved ones, be it here at the physical earth or on the other side, is simply the energy that we are one and that we will see them all again. You're never alone. And for those of you who are navigating difficult times in this holiday, perhaps financially we're feeling tied, just know that this too shall pass, and somehow someone wonderful will find a way to make it easy for you. Allow the universe to put in front of you on your path someone to just take the burden off just a bit. And remember, everyone, as proud as we all like to be, it's okay to ask for help. And if it wasn't for the kindness of strangers, I don't know where I would be today. So it's my honor and privilege to always show up here every Wednesday night to be that kind stranger to each and every one of you as we together navigate a path that is always changing. But united we stand, in heart to heart, soul to soul. I wish you all a very happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and we will talk before the end of the year, but stay well. God bless you. Good night, and I am Sarah Spiritual.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.